I say stuff.
Yep.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Nintendo podcast, Class vs. Crass. That is usually on a weekly basis, but we've been away for a while. Joining me tonight, our usual Crassy partner, Shawn Long.
What's up, bitches? I figured I had to up the Crass a little bit since
I'm dropping the class. It has been a while.
Been 3 weeks. This would have been the third week.
It has, yeah, it's been a while. Before we get into that, I'm Jason Lapine, in case you don't know. And yeah, we discuss Nintendo things every week, each week on this channel. And I'm tired, so apologies for all this blah. Has it been 3 weeks?
Yeah.
Yeah, last week I was camping. I was doing what my people like to do. I don't like it. I was camping. And then before that, it's just we didn't release enough videos the week before that, so there was no podcast. And yeah, 3 weeks.
Yes, indeed.
So tonight we have a special episode. Every week's a special episode. But tonight we're taking your questions, your topics, not just questions, your topics, anything that you want us, Shawn, myself, and the audience to discuss. You toss it out there in the chat. You tweet it to us on Twitter, however you're watching. Get that question topic to us. We're going to pass it up here. Anything goes tonight, and we're going to discuss it and see where it goes. As usual, you guys know this is live, so anything can happen. We never know how these things go. Right, Shawn?
Yeah, we pretty much just make it up as we go along.
So you get it in raw, honest truth. So we always like to start off this podcast with going over what we've been playing, and then we'll get right into our first topic. So, Shawn, what have you been playing over the last 3 weeks?
3 weeks, Jesus. I'm not going to do 3 weeks because I can't think back that far. This past week, I've been playing Batman on NES. I'm trying to beat that. I've been having trouble with with one of the bosses. He's been a pain in the ass. It's a very hard game, but it's fun. It's more Ninja Gaiden than Batman, but I love it. And I've been playing a indie game that I'm doing a review for called Tiny Galaxy. Yep.
You like that? There's a very nice cameo in that game, isn't there?
There's some weird. You know what's funny though? You are not like if I didn't know it was you, I wouldn't know it was you.
Well, that's kind of the charming thing. It's subtle.
Okay.
You got to know. You got to be in the know to know that that's me. I'm in Tiny Galaxy. Tiny Galaxy, right? Is that right?
Yes, Tiny Man and Tiny Galaxy. Yep, that's what I've been playing.
That's it?
That's pretty much it. Yeah, I've been busy. I've
been terrible. Sorry.
Oh no, I played Kirby's Adventure. on last Sunday for Iwata's passing, which I did that on the personal channel, and that got 1,000 views. I have several videos with over 1,000 views on that channel, so thank you guys for that. That's awesome.
Myself, I've been a giant slacker in the gaming side of things. I've only played one game in the last week, which you would never guess, but I actually got into Sheenan's Art of Balance.
It's a good game.
It's a very good
game. I remember reviewing that. It's freaking gorgeous and very, very fun. The physics are phenomenal in it.
I got it a year ago or whenever it came out, and I didn't like. I touched one level. I was like, I'm not feeling it. But yeah, the other night I was like, I just need something just something relaxing. I didn't really want to think too hard. Loaded that game up, started putting a few blocks together, and I was like, wow, this is kind of fun. And I cleared the first world, and it's a good game.
Yeah, there's a lot of content in it.
They really mix it up. Like already in World B, I was already like, what is this thing where you can only have a certain amount of blocks on a certain type of block?
Right.
I was getting a bit too tricky for me.
People want us to talk about Devil's Third.
We don't have any fans here that like Devil's Third between us. I don't think you or myself. Go for it. We all know that you like Devil's Third. That you can kind of even people in Nintendo know about Shawn Long's love for Devil's Third and his tweets for it.
All right, so I have known a lot about Devil's Third, which I have given you guys nuggets on this show about issues, And it looks like I was not just, 20% right. It looks like I was 100% right. There are some big issues with the game. Now, all that said, I still think the game is... Here's my thing with Devil's Third. If it had been released on the Xbox One or the PS4, I don't think it would be such a big deal. It's just that it's releasing on a system that, I mean, bullshit aside, does not have a lot of games and does not have, does not have a lot of games of this type. So a lot of people had very, very high expectations when you have the pedigree of Itagaki making the game. There's certain expectations that people have, and let's face it, what we've seen and what we've heard does not replicate what we've seen. Do I think it's a terrible? Do I think it's going to be like the worst game ever? No. I mean, if this had been released on the Xbox One or the PS4, it would just be a mediocre game, but it would still find a fan base. I just think a lot of Nintendo fans were, and Wii U owners specifically, were looking forward to this game being a saving grace and had very high expectations of it. But it seems like at the end of the day, the reason Nintendo of America wasn't going to do something with the game is because it wasn't a good game, which is a shame. But I don't know. I haven't had a chance to play Devil's Third. I'm just going on what my friends in the industry have told me that have been playing the game, that currently have the game, and it's just not. Now, to be fair, it's still, it's mostly single player. No one's really tried the online stuff, which is kind of a catch-22 because if the game doesn't perform well in terms of the single player, then people are not going to be so inclined because a lot of people are going to be looking towards reviews to whether or not to get this game. Will I get this game? Of course. I mean, I love Itagaki. I love over-the-top sort of games like this, but I probably will end up doing the review for it on the site, and I'm not going to fanboy at all about it because there's two different sides to me. There's the video game fan and then the video game critic, and they don't really ever interfere with people. I think it'll be a mediocre game. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, but hopefully the online is a saving grace of the game, because at the end of the day, I don't really give a shit about a first-person shooter's solo campaign, and maybe that's just me. But like Call of Duties and stuff like that, I can't tell you the last time I finished a Call of Duty single player. And this is coming from someone who has played every Call of Duty since Call of Duty 2 on the 360. I have never, well, I didn't play the last one, but I have never finished a single player campaign just because, I don't know, I don't care about some stupid ass story. I'm playing this to shoot people and kill people and have fun online. So I don't know.
So what do you think of the whole statement? The general reception is it's a shitty game. It sucks. It plays bad. And Itagaki's reply to all of that, general negativity is, oh, they don't know how to play the games. They don't understand the controls. That scares me.
Well, first you have to remember, like I say all the time, Itagaki is very outspoken, but Itagaki also likes the sauce. So I think Itagaki, you see, most of these, if this was a bigger, 99% of companies have PR people, and Itagaki is pretty much his PR person. So I don't think he's doing himself any favors by doing this. Granted, the general reception on his Facebook posts is all pretty much just ass kissing and stuff. Whereas I speak with him, when I speak with him on Facebook, I speak very candidly. I speak very level-headedly. I'm not here to fanboy out on the dude. If there's problems with the game, like I showed him the a competitor's video that was the top 5. I mean, it's not really I mean, they are a competitor, but I mean, they're based out of Europe, so it's a European video. The 5 things they didn't like about Devil's Third, and I just asked him his thoughts on it, and he said that he would watch it and get back with me. He never did, but I mean, you have to. There's a certain. It's almost like the way Itagaki is kind of acting is almost like like a small indie dev. Because, I mean, we've seen indie devs do that, like just lash out at everyone. Oh, everyone's wrong. You're all wrong. And you kind of expect that from, first timers. But someone, as seasoned as him, I don't know. It's sad, kind of, because I don't know. I do hope.
Well,
I mean, there's no really saving the game, so I don't know what can be done. I mean, you can always put patches in and whatnot, but it's a shame.
Know. It reminded me, you're saying like you don't see seasoned developers say this, but it reminded me a lot of, I'm almost scared to pick on him, but Miyamoto's comment about Star Fox saying it takes a day or 2 to get used to the controls. But
I'll give them the benefit. I'll give them a benefit of the doubt for that, because that's a unique control scheme. This is a first-person shooter.
True.
And like first-person shooter is a first-person shooter, and I've talked very candidly with people that have the game and are playing the game, and they have told me how the controls are. And Itagaki was like, well, you need to use the Pro controller. It's like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure I remember you telling me that this game was going to be designed with the gamepad in mind. And I mean, Christ, I've played, Call of Duty. I've played Mass Effect. I've played Bayonetta 2. I own a Pro controller, Substitute by Nyko, but I do not use it. I use the gamepad for everything. I sit there and play Splatoon for hours and hours and hours with the gamepad. So don't tell me that I need to use a Pro controller to really experience it. The gamepad is what comes with the system, not the Pro controller.
Right. I completely forget what I was going to say on that note.
Well, Bear Hugger just came up with something good.
Hang on. So you were saying that, he was supposed to incorporate the gamepad, and like that's out. Remember that it sounds like this game went through like a terrible, it went through development hell, right? Hasn't been in development for many years, has been ported over many different engines. So
engines, platforms,
a game like that either like gets reinforced by a lot of money to like pretty much build it up from scratch, or it just keeps getting worse, and then just kind of Frankenstein's its way out the door. And I think in this case, it's the latter.
Well, Bear Hugger says outside from the frame rate and glitches issues at the core of the game, it's a hybrid. It's a third-person shooter and a first-person shooter as a whole. The online and how deep it's going to be. Well, I agree with you with that, but the problem is if the game is already getting all this negative press, a lot of people are not going to want to pick up the game. Like frame rate issues, the game runs at 30 frames per second, and let's call a spade a spade. The single player is not that graphically taxing. At times, it's actually pretty downright deplorable. There's my college word for the day. So, it's not like this game is really pushing the Wii U to its limits. Maybe the online aspects of it will, but talking strictly single player, I mean, you can't say that. I mean, Call of Duty Black Ops 2 looks better than this does. Bayonetta, Batman. If you just want to stick with third parties, Call of Duty Black Ops 2 looks better. Batman Arkham City Edition looks better. Deus Ex looks 10 times better. Resident Evil Revelations, I don't know about that one. But, I mean, there's a lot of third-party games that look at Need for Speed Most Wanted You. I mean, that's a different genre, but that's one of the best-looking games on the system because they actually use the PC textures and didn't use the PS3 and Xbox 360 ones. And that has an awesome online infrastructure that I've used many times with, multiple people. So, I think there's a lot of excuses more so than just, manning up and, make a patch or something. I mean, you obviously have time. Look, North America is going to be the biggest region for this game. Japan won't give a shit about it. And Europe already doesn't care. The European press does not care about this game. So in turn, a lot of Europeans will not pick up this game because they're not going to know about this game. America is pretty much the only place where this game has any chance of doing decent. So you don't have a release date for it. Do something. Do something with it. Exactly. Medal of Honor Heroes 2 had the 32 online multiplayer. I remember playing that shit. It was terrible. God almighty, I could never get the controls down in that game. I was terrible at it. But, yeah, I mean, it's all of what you have as a team, and it's all of what you create. And I just don't think... I don't know. And to be fair, I don't think Nintendo helped at all, really. This wasn't like a Bayonetta 2 partnership where, you know... But in the same breath, I've also heard that Nintendo tried to help Valhalla, and Valhalla rejected some of their help. Eventually, they accepted some, but I heard there was a lot of issues between Valhalla and Nintendo in the development of the game. So, but take that as a grain of salt. But I don't know. It's a shame. It's a shame. And you know, like I said, the American release something good could happen. They could end up patching it or whatever. But I'm not going to hold my breath because I mean you've had years and years to make this what it needed to be, and it's not.
Looking forward to this. Is kind of his last hurrah, though, isn't it? He's kind of going into mobile after this.
It's been said, but I mean, he flip flops. He changes his mind a lot. Like he's just a crazy ass dude, and you know,
we'll probably see him in the indie scene.
I would love that. I would love to see Itagaki. I would love to see Suda51, Itagaki, all those kind of eccentric developers hit the indie scene because I think they could do amazing things and, you know, make some good money. I mean, did you see that thing I posted today about Pac-Man being a mobile game, and it's like complete ass, just totally taking a dump on, you know, what Pac-Man is? It's such a shame how these developers go to mobile, and they're not gonna you know, really sustain their brand and make money. I don't know. Hold on, let me put something in the chat. I don't know. Devil's Third ammo. I'm gonna keep the questions coming. I'm running out of Devil's Third stuff to talk about.
Oh, that's fine. I got some more ammo for you.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I was just waiting for you to finish your little rant or speech there. I do want to, just before I forget, we do have an indie developer that has invited us to try out a beta of their game after this podcast. And we've actually said, hey, why don't we invite the whole Class vs. Crass community to come and play that. So at the end, we're going to reveal what the game is. It's actually looking pretty promising. It's going to be on PC, but it's coming to Wii U. And it's one of the indie games I'm personally looking forward to. So stay tuned for that. You guys are all going to be invited at the end of the show. So that was a small announcement. You say you had nothing else on Devil's Third?
Oh, wait. Bear's coming at me again. Devil's Third, to me, the way I look at it, it's going to be a budget title. It may be horrible, but there are moments that a B-rated game could be the next best thing for gaming online-wise. I agree in some points, but a budget game should have a... I just think that, you know, the middleware games like Second Sight, Geist, I'm just kind of grazing through my collection here. Pandora's Tower, things like that. You know, there's not really. I mean, there's AAA and then there's indie, and there's not really that middle ground anymore. So if you're going to, I mean, if they release Devil's Third at $40, you know, that has a better chance of succeeding both critically and sales wise, because me personally, when I review a game, I don't treat a $60 game like I do a $5 game. You know, you have to factor, because value is very important, and you have to factor in stuff like that. So, you know, it may have a better chance if they did something like that, but you know.
All right. So you ready to go to our first viewer topic? Well, I guess aside from Devil's Third, second viewer topic.
Yeah, let's go.
All right. All right, so this is a question coming in from Twitter. At SuperstarVingW asks, what has Nintendo done right in 2015 so far, and what could be improved going forward? I'm going to start because you just spoke for 10 minutes. Splatoon is their 2015 gem. They've done it right. They're marketing it right, everywhere I go, I've gone to the theaters twice since its release. It's still. Are you laughing over there? No, okay. It's still like being shown in theaters here in Canada. It's just being advertised. They've got a Splatoon truck going to all these Canadian cities. So I'd say Splatoon is what has been done right in 2015. I can't say they did E3 right or anything else really in 2015 that I can think of. What could be improved going forward? I think they've also been good at like being transparent with the Nintendo community. We've seen Reggie acknowledge a lot like, okay, we understand you want Samus in the next Metro game. We understand that you guys didn't like what the Federation Force reveal. Like, I think they're very good at acknowledging what the fans are being very vocal about. What could be improved going forward? So before I answer that, I'm going to let Shawn mull on this question as I think of what could be improved. Shawn,
I'm trying to pick up this N64 lot on Facebook.
Get off.
What have they done right?
Only in 2015 so far.
Not much.
Right?
No. Oh, geez. Now I'm getting some pictures from a friend. 2015, it's been a tough year. It's been a tough year because I think they realized that the Wii U, it wasn't gonna be saved. And I think they had to reevaluate what they did this year. I do love a lot of the things I've done with the 3DS, such as the Triforce Heroes game. I think looks really good. I think Federation Force is going to be fine. People are shitting on it, but I think it has, because you got to remember, like, you haven't seen the single player of the game, and the single player is going to be canon to the Prime series. It's going to have something to do with Silex and whatnot, which I love Metroid Prime Hunters. So I have all the faith in the world in that game. The Wii U, it's definitely been a bit of a struggle, and you can kind of tell that it's pretty much a white flag. That they are just, this is pretty much the last hurrah. And that's why you didn't see the big announcements at E3, because they're not really. You're not going to get a traditional Animal Crossing. I don't think you're going to get a traditional Metroid. They've pretty much left their 2016 very wide open, and they did that strategically. So there's good and bad. But what was the second part of the question?
So I'm going to take over this one. What could be improved going forward? So I had time to think of it. Definitely the Club Nintendo, a whole new loyalty program can definitely be improved. That's probably coming. Like, they're probably on top of that. What else could be improved? I had another one that I think I saw it in the chat. Someone said the DNA deal is smart move. Oh, Virtual Console. They can definitely release more Virtual Console game. I'd like to see more of that.
I think you will. I really honestly feel that they're going to do something with Virtual Console in the new loyalty program, because I think that'll be tied in somehow, some way, and you're going to see a stark increase with what content you see and system variety and whatnot.
So another question, what has Nintendo done right in 2015? On the topic of Splatoon and its content, we all know that players did not get access to all the content that was available on the disc at launch. It was there, and it was purposefully locked. Do you think that was done right, or you think it deserves a burp?
No, if you have a game that's pretty much the cornerstone of your summer lineup because you don't have anything else coming out and you're not charging for the content, I don't see a problem with it. I think if they had games coming out in June, July, August, you wouldn't see it this way. But it was either that or literally nothing. So at least you're keeping people playing Splatoon.
Yeah, I personally kind of like it because you're not, I don't know, it doesn't feel like, okay, so we got a storm rolling in here. So if I get disconnected, it's because of a storm. But yeah, I don't mind what they're doing with Splatoon.
Yeah,
yeah,
Not a big deal to me.
All right, so our second viewer question comes from Twitter again. Third question, whatever. Thanks for keeping count. This one's from Shawn Long 85. He says, "Why is Batman on the NES so good?"
Well, I mean, really, Batman on the NES is good because first off, it's made by Sunsoft. And Sunsoft was just an amazing company during the 8-bit days. You have very good music. You have very, very tight platforming, challenging enemies, but not overly challenging. A excellent continue system, and it's just a great game from top to bottom. The bosses are a little hard, but once you pick up their patterns, you're in good shape. So it's phenomenal game.
There you go. This episode of Class vs. Crass has been brought to you by our Retro Game of the Week. The next question, against fourth question now from Twitter. This one comes from Iced Earthaholic. The possible fate of Maiden of Blackwater. Will it be delayed, canceled? Discuss.
No, why is it going to be delayed or canceled? They showed it at E3, and they said it's coming out. I mean, it's obviously going to come out during Halloween, so...
Yeah, not much to be said there. I'm not concerned with the release of Fatal Frame 5. So
I didn't know that it was a issue.
I didn't know either. I think, the lack of a release date is concerning some people, but the game's done. It's just a matter of local.
A lot of games from it. Yeah. Yeah, there's no issues with that. All right. Next question, also coming from Twitter. This is from @Disturbed1NE. Who do you think takes the reins at Ninty? So this is obviously related to last week's news. My honest answer is I don't know. I have no idea. Yeah. It's way too early to guess anything on that.
And I just don't feel like we're all that knowledgeable of the whole business landscape. We know the two directors, right? We know Miyamoto, and see, I don't even know the other name that well. So
Takeda or something like that.
Yeah, so I think that there's a lot of candidate, and we don't have any reference or enough knowledge to even make that call. I just hope that whoever does take over would be someone who has played games, who either has been a developer, not just a guy in a suit.
I don't think it will be. They never have.
Right, yeah, I have faith in Nintendo that they wouldn't go that route, but you never know. I just hope not. All right. Next question. You said you want to take this one. This one was from 0xz2. You know the one. Mm-hmm. Are we going with this?
We can go with it. I don't care.
0xz2 asks on Twitter, porn of video game characters. That is the topic he wants us to discuss.
I mean,
before we get into the topic, I would say if there was porn of video game characters on your console, would we have the whole landscape of tech? Would you have 8-bit porn and 16-bit porn?
Well, I mean, they did. It's if you've ever been on DeviantArt or whatever the hell that site is, that was that's pretty much your porn. I mean, people do all sorts of weird stuff like fanfic and shit like that. So. I don't know. I think when I think of video game porn, I think of doing a chick with a Wiimote or something. Something cool.
Yeah, you're thinking of real porn in a video game setting.
Right.
That was dirty though, what you just said.
Yeah. I mean, but that's life, son. That's life.
It's not life. That's not where Wiimote goes.
It's my life.
Yeah, we're not going to dwell on this question too much.
Next topic.
All right, from Twitter, Mr. John Foss asks, games that Nintendo should remake or remaster?
None.
None? Did you not enjoy Wind Waker?
I did, but I don't know. I'm tired of remasters and frickin' spiritual successors.
I am sick of spiritual successors. But
Well, you see, Red Ash isn't doing very well. The Mega Man Legends spiritual successor.
Well, I feel like it's you know, it was kind of the marketing key of 2015, end of 2014. People are like, this is how you win a Kickstarter. You just got to throw in spiritual successor. Like when I started Indie Corner, I felt like all the Kickstarters were all like inspired by or taking inspiration from was the key word. And
taking
now
inspiration from Poopy Poopy. This game is a 2D side scroller.
Right, yeah. So now this year we're seeing spiritual successor. But for remasters, I don't know. I feel like you can't. So there's remakes and remasters. One remake I absolutely loved, and it was a Nintendo game. Final Fantasy IV was one of my remakes that actually surprised me. Like I would like to see more games surprise me that way. Have you played Final Fantasy IV?
Yes.
For the DS?
Yes, of course.
Did you like it, or no? You hate?
No, I loved all those RPGs. I loved all the Dragon Quests, the Final Fantasies they did, all that stuff. They did that was like Squeenix's like last smart thing.
Yeah, someone in the chat were getting A Boy and His Blob was a much needed remake, and that was actually Way Forward that did that, and it was featured on our Way Forward. Did you not watch the tour of Way Forward? I
did. Oh yeah, it was a Way Forward game.
Yeah, remake from the NES.
Majesco, I miss Majesco.
So you don't have any other you don't have any remake suggestions?
No, I don't like remakes.
I feel like you would know what obscure games should be like brought back and given a second chance to shine.
I do, but I just don't want to see them because they always ruin them. They're always crap, and I mean,
like DuckTales Remastered. Did you like DuckTales Remastered?
God, yes.
There you go.
That was a remaster. It's not a remake.
The question is, which one would you like to see, remastered or remade?
Oh, the whole NES library.
Not all of it.
Most of it. I did see a question about Sadness. Remember that game Sadness on the Wii? Yeah, so Sadness I don't think ever really existed. And then a company acquired the rights to it or something, and we're turning it into a 2D game for the Wii eShop, but that game also never existed. So I think Sadness was simply concept art and nothing more.
Oh, am I losing? No. I think it's raining in my place, so keep them busy. Keep them coming.
Question for the chat, Jason and Shawn. Would you guys want to see the beat-em-up genre come back? Yes, but I think it would be difficult to do that at a full price game. I don't think beat 'em ups necessarily have enough meat on the bones to be a full price game. Indie games, yes. I don't understand why there's not more indie beat 'em up games. Honestly, because it's a viable genre in my opinion, because it's just fun. Jason, would you like to see beat 'em up games? Okay, Jason's gone. I didn't realize that. All right, it's cool. It's all me. That's the way it should be anyways. We need to remake a Superman 64. You need to remake These Nuts. Yeah, the Microsoft ports were pretty decent. The HD ports, they were pretty decent. I mean, HD ports aren't bad because they're not necessarily time consuming, so it's good filler content. That's something Nintendo should look at. As you know, they need all the filler they can get.
They got a lot of hate for it at the beginning, though, with Wind Waker.
Well, yeah, but
so where were we? What did I miss? It was raining in my room, so I'm happy I ran away.
Inside of your house?
Yeah. It's like the rain's coming horizontally.
So you have a window open?
I had windows open, yeah. It's
okay.
hot in here.
I did not play Golden Axe on the PS3, but I'm sure it was ass.
So did I miss any good questions?
We're talking about beat 'em ups.
Did you finish talking about Sadness?
Yeah, it never existed.
Okay. And you answered the question for, would you want to see the beat 'em up genre come back?
Yes.
And I guess you said yes.
Yes, to some degree. I don't know if it could be viable in a retail setting. I think as an eShop game, yes.
You would have to have some kind of new reinvention of the genre a bit to make it feasible in the retail setting.
Pretty much what Nipple Man just made a good beat 'em up idea.
Yeah, online.
RPG elements, customization, all that stuff. That'd be good.
All right, now here was one from earlier in the chat from Blitz Gamerman. He was asking, what do you think are the top 5 virtual console games right now?
I'm guessing we're doing both systems.
3DS and Wii U?
Yeah. 3DS has so many good ones. Mighty Final Fight. Not Wind Waker. Link's Awakening, DX. I'm up to 2. I will say Dracula X on the Wii because I love that game. Now I'm up to 3. Super Mario 64 because I love that game. I'm up to 4, and let's throw in Metroid Fusion.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah,
I'm up to 5. Oh, frick! I forgot Ocarina of Time just came out.
Did they re-release Legend of the Seven Stars on the Wii U VC, or is that stuck?
No.
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 What about Star Fox 64?
No. Yeah. Did they?
I don't think it's on the Wii U. Well, it was remastered for the 3DS, but yeah, my Wii VC library is much better than my Wii U VC library.
Oh God, yes.
Yeah. Well, I just personally, I don't know. There's so much new games to play. I don't dabble in the old stuff as much anymore. Although I got Rocket Knight now. I got to play some Rocket Knight and Sparkster.
Did I change my mindset about the NX being reliant on the Wii U and 3DS in the last 2? Not really. I think there still will be some sort of connection between the systems. I think a lot of it is reliant on the new loyalty program, honestly, because I think that could be something very big and something very special. If it's not, then of course that'll diminish some of what I feel. But I think it'll still be interconnected somehow.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I keep getting different ideas every week for the NX. I would feel like it'd be a dongle of some kind that you can just plug into your smart TV. I was like, bam, stream your Nintendo games. Go ahead and play them. But at the same time, I don't think Nintendo would abandon the disc-based system that fast. So it
would, because they're going back to cartridge.
Yeah, carts. You know, I specifically didn't buy the PlayStation 1 because it went to the disc, and I was like, no, I need a cartridge. I don't know how you felt about discs when they came out.
I didn't like them. I still don't like them.
Yeah.
I love cartridges.
Did you buy a PlayStation 1?
Great. Eventually.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you even bypassed the Saturn, didn't you? To go for the virtual board.
Yeah, I did. Initially, yeah.
Was it because it was a cart?
No, it was because it was freaking virtual reality 3D and it was cool as shit. No regrets.
None?
None.
Says that with a straight face. Okay, we had more. The NX rumors. Dude 123613 was asking to talk about the NX rumors. People don't know what to talk about, so they're talking about all sorts of shit. The NX rumors. Are you even paying attention to them?
The NX rumors?
Yeah.
Not really.
So much stuff.
I mean, it's like, oh, it's going to have this. It's going to be this. It's going to do this. It's going to be $20. And
the leak,
first off,
the leak got me going. That fake leak got me going at first.
Are you talking about the Diddy Kong Racing 2 guy?
What?
Some ass clown who put like on a WordPress site that he was involved with Diddy Kong and racing, and Diddy Kong 2 was coming to the NX and it was going to be $150. And for some ungodly reason, all of these sites started reporting on this, and I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you people? Like, this dude is nobody. He didn't work on nothing. He's nobody. And it was a cluster. It was a cluster, man.
I don't know. I have high hopes for the NX. We're hearing a lot of positive from third parties saying that they're liking what they're seeing from the NX. But they were all there when the Wii U launched, saying, "Yeah, Nintendo's our buddy. We're going to support this Wii U for 6 months," and then it went to hell.
I'm looking forward. I hope the NX does have floppy disk support. You can fit 100 or 1.44 megabytes, and that's a big game.
All right. So our next question here is from Agent Iron Cat from the chat. They're asking, "What do you think of Nintendo's fall lineup?"
Solid.
For yourself or for the general consumer?
I don't care about the general consumer. I'm very selfish. No, I mean, it's got some. I mean, you got Mario Maker. You got. I'm assuming fall. I guess doesn't count winter.
Both consoles, or both.
Is there stuff coming out for the 3DS? I don't know of anything.
Yeah, every month there's something coming out for the 3DS. Almost.
Something good?
No, the whole fall lineup. There's one game I want on the 3DS.
Which is?
It's the Triforce one, and I'm not in a hurry to get it.
So that's gonna be good, I think.
Like
Mario Maker. I'm looking forward to Mario Maker. I assume I'll get my Fatal Frame in late fall. I could end up getting Devil's Third in late fall, but I'm
a lot more excited for the Wii U. You got Mario Maker, probably get Yoshi's Woolly World. I'm sold on it. It's a fun game. Star Fox, I'm gonna buy it. I'm worried about it, but I'm gonna buy it.
Star Fox is Christmas.
Yeah, it's this fall. It counts as this fall, doesn't it?
I just asked if I could say winter games, and we were like, no.
You think I listened to half the stuff you said?
Well, if we're doing that, then yeah, Star Fox and Xenoblade.
Oh, right, Xenoblade. Almost forgot about that.
And yeah, Mighty Number 9 I'll pick up. Rodea's a maybe. Freedom Planet comes out next month. Legend of K, Fast Racing Neo, hopefully, is coming out this fall or winter. Hopefully 90s Arcade Racer. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot. You kind of have to dig for it, which sucks, but there's a lot of stuff.
Well, that's why they got us. We're going to compile it for everyone. We're going to do the digging.
You're right.
Yeah. Shovel Knight's getting its DLC. That's going to be good.
And a physical.
I'm sorry? Oh, yeah, and a physical release, yeah. There's Yokai Watch, which I think a lot of people will love, and it's sold like crazy in Japan. I tried it a little bit at E3, and it's not my kind of game. It has a lot of inspirations of Pokemon, but I don't know. It's not for me. It does have its audience, though. I think that'll be a good seller. Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon's also coming out. I don't know if you're excited for that.
Woo! No, I'm not excited.
Yep. And Mario Tennis. Don't forget Mario Tennis.
I hope it's budget priced. I hope it's budget. If it's $40 with online.
It was kind of fun when I played it at E3.
Of course it is. Mario Tennis.
I don't know. It gets very repetitive. You just kind of sit there.
That's kind of what you do in tennis.
Yeah, it's a little bit more involved. Did we miss anything? There's Skylanders.
Oh, woohoo! Lego Dimensions.
Oh, Lego Dimensions. Yeah, Lego Dimensions. That game is. I don't know if it's going to be like tied down. Like it's going to sell like crazy with kids and collectors. But I don't know if it's going to have a little bit of a stigma that Skylanders and Disney Infinity kind of. I don't know if the people in the chat feel that the Toys to Life games are like a taboo now, but Lego Dimensions is doing it right.
Amiibo!
I don't consider Amiibo the same as Disney Infinity or Skylander.
Amiibo! I assume, James, you mean the Legend of K, not the Legend of Legacy. But that comes out. Oh, yeah, Project Treasure. I don't think we'll see that this year, though.
No, that's not coming out this year.
I wish it was. But, yeah, Legend of K, it comes out at the end of this month. So, kind of not fall. That's why I skipped that one. But if you watch my top 5 Wii U games of 2015 not made by Nintendo, you would know that I'm looking forward to that game.
We have SteamWorld Heist, which is also coming this fall.
There's a shit ton of indies, dude. Like,
well, I'm trying to like highlight the really like the ones that we know are going to be good.
Dementium comes out in October.
Yeah, but do we know that one's going to be good?
The DS. It's fucking.
Oh wait, Dementium. Sorry. I was thinking of something else.
Come on now, Renegade Kid.
Yeah.
Dementium is good. The DS one is
amazing. It is. Sorry, Jules, if you watch this. Sorry. Yeah. So there you go. You got a lot of games for this fall. It's a good lineup. That's the answer.
Yep.
All right. What else we got? I think I'm running out of topics here. We already answered all of these. Shawn, will you be reviewing The Legend of K? I'm kind of on the fence about that game.
Yes, I will. Hopefully, I'll be getting a copy in tomorrow.
So there you go. And you already answered the question about the NX, so we've gone over everything I've kept track of. So if I missed any questions or topics, please feel free to bring it up in the chat or send it on Twitter. For some reason, the chat doesn't work. You can tweet it at Jason_Lapine. That is me, Lepine.
Jason, have you heard of the website called Indie eShop?
No, I have not. Should I?
Curious. Collection of indie games for the Wii U and the 3DS. Ooh, look at this lovely website. Wow, this is nice.
Called Indie what? .eShop?
Yeah.
Indie.com? Indie.eShop.com?
It's indie-eshop.com.
And what's interesting here?
It just lists games that come out.
Oh, for every different country and sales. Yeah. That's kind of useful.
It is. It's not bad.
Who brought that up?
Bear Hugger.
Awesome. Thank you. There was. Did you share your thoughts on Tiny Galaxy? Someone was asking about that. Well, you're reviewing that, aren't you?
I am reviewing that. But it has issues. It's obviously made by a first-time developer, and it has issues. I think it has. I will say the developer has potential with upcoming games, but this game just I think there's too many issues for me to fully enjoy it, and we'll leave it at that for now.
There's some frustrating parts. That's my take on it. Agent Iron Cat asks, are you upset that Yoshi's Woolly World won't come here until October while Europe gets it now? Yes. I don't understand that call. I think it's stupid. I want to play Yoshi's Woolly World right now, especially since we are not getting that much in 2015. Like in the first half, we got Splatoon, we got Kirby, Mario Party. Like, come on. I mean, Splatoon's good, but...
You're a kid now. You're a squid now.
So yeah, if you guys want to toss up more topics and stuff, we still got about 10 minutes. I will reveal. So anyone who wants to join us after this podcast, Shawn and I are going to be hopping on to play some X-Bridge. So if you guys aren't too familiar with it, it's kind of like a shoot 'em up game. It's an indie game. It's coming out on the Wii U very soon, but you can actually build your own levels. You can also build your own armadas. So I can have like, say, the Indie Corner Armada or just the Jason Armada, and Shawn can build his armada of ships, and then I can actually go in and destroy it, or he can destroy my, like we can have them face off where we're actually fighting. So this is kind of it's being developed by Varia Games. They're the guys who are also developing the Metroidvania Revan, and this is kind of a tie-in. X-Bridge is kind of like, I think it's a prologue story, and you're actually playing as the main character in his ship. And all of this game is going to bring us into Revan, which is supposed to release in 2016. So if you guys want to join us in that game in the beta, the developer has asked that you email him, and he will send you the game so that you can install it. So you can send an email to Varia Games. Can I put this in the chat? I hope so.
Maybe.
Let's try it. Nipple Armada. I would love to fight the Nipple Armada. There you go. Send an email to that email address that I just put in the chat. Say, hey, I heard from you guys on Class vs. Crass. We want to be on the beta tonight. And yeah, let's fight. Let's see who's got the best Armada and stuff. And yeah, they're also going to be looking for a lot of bugs. So if you guys find any bugs, you know, don't like say the game's terrible. Just tell them about it so they can fix it.
Yeah, it's still in development, so you're pretty much getting insider access here. So yeah, I would take advantage of it. He did say a game runs at 60 frames per second. So if you don't have a decent rig, you might encounter some problems. I have a piece of shit laptop, but I will still try to play the game. Hopefully it's not too taxing, but we shall see. I've already talked about Devil's Third, Mr. Devbird. You'll have to catch that on the flip side.
As soon as we wrap this up, the episode goes onto the channel and you can actually catch it. It's right at the beginning. Shawn rants on for 15 minutes. You know how he is.
Dragon Fantasy does come out this week. I am trying to get my mitts on that and do a review on it. Let's check the email and see if I've gotten anything. Sad Panda, I haven't.
Too bad. So
Sync. How is Sync coming along?
I was going to talk about that. So Balak726 is asking, do you guys know how the Metroid Prime inspired Sync is coming along?
Wait, I wish his name was Balky. Remember Balky from Perfect Strangers?
Of course.
Hey, and this is totally off topic, and then I'll let you talk. But for the longest time, like when I was a kid, when you fight Bowser in Super Mario 64, and you know how you throw him off the platform and he says something, I always thought he said, "So long, gay Balky."
Yeah?
So long, gay Balky? No, dude. So long, gay Balky? It sounds just like it, and like, it's so funny to me. It makes me crack up every time I play that game. Okay, but yeah, talk about Sync.
I just heard King Bowser. I don't know. So long, King Bowser?
Nah.
No? All right.
Gay
Well, whatever amused you.
Balky.
Yeah, we actually spoke with the developer. Is it Dead Pixel, the developer behind Sync?
Yes.
Because I always talk to Ravi, so I don't always address him as the studio. Ravi is the creative director there. And we actually released an article last week on another game that they're developing called TerraForce. And that's just kind of a little holdover game. It's a tower defense game put in space. You have to protect Earth from meteorites by deploying satellites and stuff. That's being released on iOS, Android, maybe PC, but also Wii U, so you can play like with the touchscreen. It's probably not PC. And the team actually learned a lot of techniques from that game that they're expecting to put into Sync. So for sure, we're not going to see Sync in 2015. It's going to be delayed next year. I think that's all I can really talk about. Yeah, they learned like how to do some certain shaders with TerraForce that we're going to see in Sync. So other than that, yeah, we're going to have to wait probably another year before we see anything with Sync. Oh, there we go. Revan's in their chat. Eh?
I say that sucks because I kind of am looking forward to that game.
Yeah, so there you go. All right, so we've got 5 minutes left. Yeah, you still doing your buying stuff? Did I miss any questions while I was talking? Or topics? You were betting on that N64, weren't you?
Oh, yeah. Nothing.
Any word for Treasure Knots for 3DS? We do know that...
Yeah, they're finishing up. They're basically just finishing up Dementium and then the Xeodrifter port, which won't be very hard. And then that's all their efforts are going to that.
Yeah, you can actually get Jules talking about it himself on another Class vs. Crass episode where we had Jules as a guest. And I think he was basically saying like we chewed off a lot and announced Treasure Knot a little bit too early. All their resources went to the other games like Xeodrifter, Mew and Mud Super Challenge, and once that's wrapped up, they're going full force on Treasure Knot.
Well, because I mean, Treasure Knots is going to be a more expensive game, so you got to have funds to do it. Dream Wii U game. It was Devil's Third. I don't know. Batman on NES on the Wii U. Dream Wii U game. You got anything or no?
I'd love to see. I don't know if it's a dream, but I would be really entertained if I could get another Pokemon Snap on Wii U.
Yeah, I would too.
But I feel I don't know if I'd be a little turned off because I wouldn't recognize 600 of the Pokemon.
Yeah, that would suck. It needs to be there. There's your freaking remaster. Pokemon Snap. Don't add in all these new stupid Pokemon. The original 151. What happened to Tantalus's game? Your guess is as good as mine, dude. I've been trying to hit those dudes up for a minute to get some information from them, and they never get back with me. So I don't know.
I love this one. Dream Wii U game, Metro Prime 4 in Hyrule with Link riding Yoshi.
That would be cool. Did you hear the rumor about the Nintendo 4K DS? I did.
What? That's legit?
No.
The rumor is...
You can't take anything Nipple Man says seriously. Come on.
I don't know if I want to answer this from Revan. What are your top 5 indie games, being an indie developer themselves?
No, that's fine.
It's big. Like, I feel like if I picked 5, I'd miss out like on 5. So my answer is, you can see what my highlights of 2014 was. I actually made a video back in January on that. And I'll make another one this December or this coming January on the 2015 highlights. Because there's so many good things. One, like my most anticipated game right now is Arrive. I can't wait to play that.
Are we talking released or upcoming?
I'm guessing he's talking released, like already out.
Okay.
Guacamelee is an easy win. Like, I'm just looking around at my indie corner here. SteamWorld Dig, I couldn't put that down. Shovel Knight was pretty awesome. Armillo, obviously, is another one. Zero Drifter, I enjoyed. What about you? I'm missing one, aren't I?
I've played so many. It's hard. It's hard to think of any. Like, I mean, yeah, you got like Armillo. I mean, there's so many. I mean, even something like we were talking about earlier, Art of Balance was a freaking great game.
Here's one that would surprise me. A World of Keflings. I reviewed that last year, and I was shocked by that. Like, that was a game I enjoyed playing. Like, so I didn't want to put it down. But once you play it, there's not much reason to. Once you beat it, there's no reason to go back in for me.
But I don't mind games like that.
Yeah, they have their place. Oh, and there was Kickbeat. Kickbeat, really, I liked a lot too last year.
Oh my god!
It was cool. You beat people up to music. That was cool.
Stop it, you weird man. I'm gonna cheat and look at a website. Okay, so I loved Armillo. I loved Art of Balance.
Shovel Knight. Come on, did you not love Shovel Knight?
I did. The Letter. I thought The Letter was just a fantastic game.
Your face is in it. You probably only love the tree with your face on it.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I loved. You know what game looks freaking awesome? And this is a PSA for all you people. Okay, Freeze Me. Y'all need to get up on this Freeze Me bandwagon because I'm gonna be at the start of the train here. That game looks freaking. Did you watch that video I sent you, Jason?
Which one?
Freeze Me. It's that 3D platformer.
Yes, yeah, Freeze Me. That looks cool. Yeah.
That game looks so freaking good. It's got Wii controller support, nunchuck, gamepad, pro controller support. It's a 3D platformer. It looks gorgeous, and like no one's talking about it, and that pisses me off. That really pisses me off because I think it looks awesome. I don't know. I mean, it does star a little girl, so you kind of got to drop your masculinity bullshit. But I mean, if I can do it, you can do it. So that game looks awesome. What
just happened right now? I need to like take this out of the podcast and use it in a commercial. Drop your like masculinity. If I can do it, you can do it. Like,
I mean, really though, that game looks freaking so badass, and you could tell exactly
what the fuck is Freeze Me.
No one knows about the damn game. It did a Kickstarter. It was asking for like 15 grand. It deserves way more than that because the game is already very far along. They only got like 5 grand, and they were like, "Fuck it, we're still gonna make it for the Wii U." And like, it just looks so good.
Visually, it looks like Mario 64, but polished.
Yes,
and updated.
Like imagine like a high-res Mario 64.
And
that's
then the mechanic is you actually use the gamepad to freeze things, right? Like you kind of use it like Pokemon Snap would, or Fatal Frame. There's a better example.
Yeah, sort of like that.
Yeah, so Google that. I'm also a little upset. Anima Gates is it Gates of Memory or Enemies at?
Well, no, it depends who you ask. It depends who you ask if that game's coming out or not.
Well, I think it might still come out, but the fact that now it's like up in the air, that's just scary and shitty. Because that game looked really good too.
I agree. What happened to that one game? It began with an M. It was a it was like a 3D open world game. I want to say Mars, but it's not Mars. Shit, what was the name of that game?
It was an indie game for Wii U.
Yes.
And it was started with an M. What did you do in it? You froze, didn't you? He's gone. You're breaking up. Your computer's had enough. I think he wants us to end this podcast.
It was a 3D. Are you there?
I'm here. Are you there? Are you there?
Are you there?
I'm here.
Okay. Yeah, I'm here.
Nope.
Me.
You're breaking up like crazy. All right, we're going to wrap this up. Sorry. Yeah, but you're still breaking up. So we're going to wrap it up. So again, thanks guys for joining us tonight. Like you said, we're going to be hopping on over to Revan's beta build of Xbridge. Did I say that right?
Yes.
Yeah, so you can definitely hit them up, send them an email, say, we want to join in, we want to build our Armada, we want to take down Jason and Shawn. Really, you just want to take down Shawn, let's be honest. We're going to be back next week, I hope, with another Class vs. Crass Nintendo podcast. We try to do these every week and come up with topics and bring you guys together, bring the Nintendo community together. I've been in Quebec for a while, so I haven't spoken English much. Bringing the Nintendo community together to talk in a civilized manner. Again, if you don't like to see our faces, or if you're missing this podcast or you just want to listen to us on the go, you can check us out at soundcloud.com/Nintendo-enthusiast, or you can go to SoundCloud and search Nintendo Enthusiast. You're going to find all of our podcasts there, which you can take with you on the go. This little bonus that one of you asked, so we put it up there. What else? Shawn, if you want to see more of Shawn outside Nintendo Enthusiast, he does things. Go.
Oh, look, I just typed in the room. Subscribe to that channel. I do retro stuff on there because I'm old and I like old shit.
And that's it?
I mean, pretty much. I'm actually trying to find the name of that game because it's going to drive me freaking insane because it didn't begin with an M. But yeah, so make sure you check me out on there. Make sure, hopefully we'll have a lot of reviews coming out very soon. Hopefully that Dragon Fantasy game, I can get that. I'm expecting Legend of K soon. I'm working on Tiny Galaxy right now. So yeah, I'll probably have Tiny Galaxy up Tuesday, I'll say. So be on the lookout for that. And yeah, that's about it.
Man, on my side, I'm finally back to being productive. Today there was a Way Forward tour release that wraps up all of my E3 videos. There's one more I might put together, which is taking a look at all the good stuff in Way Forward's garage. They have a lot of old games there. I might make a little 3-4 minute video out of that. We've also got Crafty Koopa coming back this week on the channel. We've got Indie Corner coming back after a month. Yeah, a month. And we're about to hit 10,000 subscribers. Thank you, everyone. We've got a nice little special video. Did we hit it tonight?
No, I don't know.
No, I don't think so. So we've got a special video for you guys, which will probably come out this week. Yeah, so thanks for joining us. We'll see you guys later, and have a good week.
Make sure you hop on that Xbridge shit with us.
Yep, see you in a bit. Take care. Keep on playing some Nintendo games. Keep it classy.
Keep it classy. Bye.